welcome to my channel. I am Jade, your host, and welcome to Life Chats with Jade, where we sit on my sofa and we talk all things journaling, manifestation, spirituality, a little bit of life, and navigating adulthood. So grab yourself a cuppa and let's dive in. I think a really good way of starting this is by sharing a Mel Robbins quote that I heard this week. And Mel Robbins says, if you don't know who she is, she's an incredibly amazing motivational speaker, author, TED Talk host, podcaster. She's just incredible. And she said, confidence is the willingness to try. So here I am, giving YouTube a try, giving podcasting a try, because I feel like I've got a lot to say. And I've learned a lot over the last 3 years that I can't keep to myself. I have to share what I've learned with you, because life's a bit crazy and you have such a powerful organ inside your head, your mind, and you can do so much by controlling the power of your mind through practices like journaling, meditation, visualization, manifestation, affirmations, gratitude, all of the things that I've learned over the past 3 years, I want to share with you. Journaling changed my life, and it can change yours too. Stick around and I'll tell you exactly how that works. I had so many reasons why I wasn't going to do this. A number of them being that I love talking, but I get very distracted. A thought will come into my head, a question, and I will go all the way around the answer, never having actually answered the question because I get so distracted with everything else that's going on. So I then thought it had to be perfect. I then was getting worried about, what I looked like, what I sounded like, what I was going to say. But then I was like, well, hold up. This is your channel and people will naturally migrate to you because of the content that you're sharing, the personality. Hopefully you've made your way here because there is something in you that resonates with things that I'm saying. Or you're like, hey, she seems like a nice person. I want to get to know her. I love to connect with new people. I love meeting new people from all over the world and hearing their stories. I feel like I've got so much to share about my journey over the last 3 years. I want to teach you what I know, and I want you to learn and grow with me on this channel. I just want to build this community of like-minded, amazing people who are thinking about getting into journaling but have absolutely no idea where to start, and that's where I come in. So I'm a huge podcast fan. I've literally lost count. I listen to Rob Dial, the Mindset Mentor. Shout out to Rob. I listen to Rachel Hollis, who's just, she's absolutely incredible. I listen to Mel Robbins. I listen to Samantha Daly and the Make Shit Happen podcast. And I was like, I want a piece of the action. I really love listening to these people. And I was like, well, if I like listening to these people, maybe people want to listen to me. I think I have wanted a podcast of my own for as long as I can remember. And I was like, I have a lot I want to say right now. I have a lot I want to share. And I'm finally at that point where I feel confident enough in myself to put myself out there into the world and be like, hey, I'm Jade, come at me. Like, here I am, come say hey. Because I just want to be friends with everyone, to be completely honest. I am that person. So a little bit about me. About 3 years ago, at the height of the pandemic and the lockdowns, I went through something that literally changed my life, and I've come out the other side a totally different person. I started suffering with anxiety and panic attacks, tension migraines, breathlessness, palpitations, dizziness. And to be honest, I was really scared and also quite shocked because I was not, or would not consider myself to be an anxious person. A lot of people don't really know, there's only a handful of people that know what I went through, and they were the people closest to me. And I have so many people to thank for sticking by me in that period of my life. But during all of that, I found the practice of journaling. And if you're not familiar with journaling, journaling is an amazing tool to get the thoughts that are in your mind down on paper. And I always think if they're down on paper and you can see them, you can do something about them. you can write it down, you can burn it, you can rip it up, you can shred it, you can roll it up into a ball and throw it at the wall if you want to. It's out of your mind, so it's dealable, if that makes sense. Like, you can deal with it. So I really got into journaling. I got into journaling how I was feeling, my thoughts, any sort of past experiences that were bubbling up, and that was so powerful for me because I've always been really inside my own head. I suffer with imposter syndrome quite badly. I was comparing myself to so many people, especially doing something like this. There's so many people that do podcasts and they do YouTube, and I was like, I can't do this. I said I would never be able to drive a car because I'm quite, how would my family describe it? I'm quite ditzy, a bit scatty. I've got my head screwed up, I get easily distracted. And I said to myself, I'm never going to be able to drive a car. I'm going to be too distracted by something else going on. I won't be focused and I just won't be able to do it. But life is weird, and things take time. And no one knows what they're doing right away, right? Like, you have to learn. No one's born and they're like, hey, I'm really good at podcast. Hey, I'm really good at YouTube. Like, you know, there's so many other people doing this. Like, who's gonna want to come and watch me? And then I was like, no, because no one can do what I can do the way that I do it. No one can teach the way that I can teach. No one can, no one's had the exact same experiences as me that's led to where I am right now. And I feel that I'm in a prime position to share that with you. And that makes me so excited to think that I can share this experience, this whole life-shifting experience with you. And hopefully you take something away from it. There's gonna be so much content in these videos, on this podcast, if you're listening to me on podcast. And then there's all of my digital assets online. And then the courses will be coming soon, which I'm really, really excited about. So this is a good warm up. I feel like YouTube's a good warm up for talking in front of the camera because it is a bit daunting. Like, I'm sat here in my living room, I'm staring into this big black hole of a lens, trying not to get distracted and looking around me, whilst also concentrating on speaking this way so that people on podcast are getting a good consistent voice. And I'm trying not to put on a really posh British voice. Yeah, there's so many thoughts going through my head right now. So if you're interested and you're intrigued about learning the powerful art of journaling, then stick around, subscribe, hit that bell button so that you always get notification from me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I'm sending all of my love and I will catch you next time. Oh, that's not working. Why is that not working? And my podcast mic is not recording, I don't think. Oh well, this is ridiculous. I think I'll leave these bloopers in. Oh. God, okay. No, that's actually not what I want to say. What am I saying? Don't even know if it's still recording. Is it still recording?